Hey guys, it's Dave of My Freedom Smokes, and today we're going to talk to you about the Combo RDTA by iJoy. This is basically the iJoy Limitless RDTA with some improvements to it. I don't know if you may be familiar with that tank. Not to be confused with the iJoy Limitless XL that we did a video on recently. It was the original tank that two of those companies kind of combined forces on. iJoy's kind of taken the reins and run with it and put out a pretty nice tank. Great looking packaging. I mean, you got kind of the bandana look that that Limitless is known for. I don't see Limitless as a name actually on this. I'm thinking this is strictly going to be an iJoy product. You got the black look with the gold foil writing on the box, and then the tank itself is black with gold on there. And it is because they use gold-plated build decks. Now I said build decks with an S. It is plural because the Combo actually has 6 different build deck options for it, 2 of which are included, and then also a 7th option for a pre-built replacement coil. And you also can get an RDA base. You can make this an RDA and not do an RDTA, just have a straight RDA for your dripping needs. Go ahead and open up the box here and show you what they have. And here's the tank. Has a nice little pull-up top with just some O-rings on her, similar like you would see with a dripping RDA. Your fill port's actually on the side, which is real easy. I don't like having to close off airflow, unscrew a cap, or push cotton aside or find a hole. It's a nice big pour hole. Just pour your liquid right in and fill it up. It's a 6.5 milliliter container there. It's a 6.5 milliliter container, so it's nice and plenty of juice in there. And you just drop your wicks down each of those holes. Now the pre-installed deck on there is called the IMC2. It has a spring-loaded plate similar to like the Faro. The Goon actually used non-spring-loaded ones, which they do have a deck like that as well. I'll go over the decks that are available for it as well. But you just lift those little plates up and actually spring into place there. That way they pop open, you can slide your leads in, and as you tighten down the screw, it pinches everything in for you. That's the one pre-installed. They also include the IMC3, which is a Velocity style deck. That's it there, nice gold-plated Velocity style. Alright, and there's a way you switch these decks out, it's real easy. They just kind of screw in there. Get them loose. There we go. And that pin does come loose as your contact pin, so be aware of that when you do take that deck loose, that your contact pin will come out. Place that in there. Start your Velocity deck. Again, careful not to cross thread anything. There we go. And now the Velocity deck's on there. Alright, they do come with a nice little adjustable airflow cap. It has your little fins that close off either side. Doesn't have a single airflow option, but they do have where you can build a single coil in there. I'll show you that on mine where I already have it built. This little top cap's actually removable with a chuff cap. And then they give you another option here that has the 510 adapter. They do include a 510 drip tip for you as well. And it just threads right on there. Like so. Having that nice Delrin top cap, chuff cap, or for drip tip just helps keep it from being a lot cooler. You don't want to burn your mouth or your lips or whatever when that coil starts to heat up, so it is nice to have that Delrin on there because the heat doesn't transfer. Alright, so let's see, they give you your extra glass, a bag of O-rings, pre-built coils, your extra contact pin. Remember I said that contact pin will come loose, they do include an extra. And then they got a little silicone piece here that you can actually plug off one whole side of if you want to do a single coil build. You got some O-rings if you want to make the visible O-rings red instead of black. And then we'll see extra screws, and then let's go over those coils. They're little fused Clapton coils. I'm running a single in this one right here, and it ohms out to about 0.31. I've seen it as low as 0.29. It just adjusting around as I'm building with it and re-wicking. It does seem kind of adjust a little bit. I mean, coils do jump around a little bit. But see, I got the little plug in there. That way I don't have to worry about juice coming back out of those holes. And kind of close off the airflow a little bit. But, I mean, it's still perfect airflow. Running it wide open even with a single coil build. But I'm going to go ahead and have a vape on that at 50 watts. Makes for a nice smooth draw with the airflow. Doesn't feel very restricted at all. Puts out good vapor, good flavor on there. I do like the way the airflow is. Like I said, if you do want to close that off a little bit, you can. There we go. See, it's about a third of the way open now. Might actually have been a little too tight. I prefer a more open airflow, so I'm gonna open it back up. All right. Okay, and then the other option they do include, where they're, like I said, you get your IMC 2 and 3 included in the box. They give you the little pre-built replacement head. Already has the cotton and everything out the bottom. Little dual coil, very similar to the chip coil that comes with the iJoy Tornado Nano. It's a 0.3 ohm coil for 40 to 80 watts. I haven't got a chance to try this out yet because I was really excited to try out some of the build decks. But if it's anything like the iJoy Tornado Nano chip coil, it's a real good coil. I'm sure you could probably re-wick that if you tried. Just pop the cotton out, but the coils are fastened into the deck itself. So you can't really rebuild it, but you can re-wick it. All right. And then some of the other deck options they give you will be, they're just calling them simply IMC and a number. IMC 1 is going to be a dual post with a plate on each side, similar to like the Goon RDA. The 2 and 3 I've already showed you are included. The IMC 4 is going to be a 2 post with 2 large holes in it. Instead of the Velocity style where you have 2 holes on each post, it's going to be 1 large hole on each post. The 5 is going to be 2 wide posts, similar to the 1 with the clamps, but you're just going to have a wide, almost cyclops hole where 2 screws come down into the hole. That'd be real good for like pinching on a wide build or something that might not fit into a singular hole. It'd be a nice wide hole, you can kind of close everything in there. And then the IMC 6 is just going to be your old 4-post design, 2 center positive posts, 2 outer negative posts, and a hole in each post. All right, and then there's the RDA base. So basically you would just take your cap off of there, you screw whichever build deck you choose into the RDA base, and it becomes an RDA. I don't have any of those extra decks or the RDA base to show you at this time, but I definitely see that would be kind of cool. That's why it's called the combo. It's got all these different options you can do for different decks and so on and so forth. So pretty much there's going to be a build deck for everybody. Depending on what you personally like to build on, you can get the deck for it. So I would say this RDTA, the iJoy combo, is definitely something that anybody that's in the building will find something that fits them perfectly. I would give this a solid 9.5 out of 10 just because of how versatile it is. It's been a great little tank, great flavor. The ease of fill, I mean, like I said, you just pop the cap and pour your liquid right into the juice. You don't have to worry about, do I need to close off my juice flow? Do I need to close off my airflow? Do I need to unscrew the cap? Slide your top cap off and fill. It's been great and easy to build on. So if you got any questions about the Combo RDTA by iJoy, you can leave them in the comments below. This has been David with My Freedom Smokes, and thank you for vaping.